Okay, this video is being made on February 15, 2015. My name is Leslie Williams. I'm in San Diego, California. I'm getting ready to walk over to, right now I'm at an area where I just kind of come to relax, use my cell phone in peace, go for a walk, meditate, I'm going to be going over to an area where I used to do these things at. And on subsequent days of me going over there, on each particular day, I'm not saying each one, but on some of those each days, bear with me a second, I'm not that great at making videos. The point being, on some of these days that I went over there, I was carrying things with me that I decided that were too much for me to carry on those particular days because of things that I had to do once I left that area on those days, like grocery shop and stuff like that. And so I didn't have room on my bike to carry them, so I left them behind. I hid them and then camouflaged them. Hold on. So I'm going to go back over there today to pick up a few of them, and then I'm going to bring them back here. And then when I leave for the day, I'll just be taking them with me. Now, as a result, now also, I stopped using that area and started using this one because I had noticed that a adjacent section of that area, somebody had been using it to camp. Now, so I thought to myself, well, it might not be a good idea to be meditating at this area in case they come back. As a result of me being an organized stalking, gang stalking, targeted individuals can be cleverly, through the tracking, surveillance, and observation of the target, they know where the target's at in real time at all times, including using their cell phone as a GPS tracker. So, say if I'm walking down the street with my cell phone, hold on, and since I'm being gang stalked, they can see that I'm mobile because the phone is moving within GPS coordinate systems. If I stop and spend more than 5, 10, 15 minutes, a half hour, an hour or two at a particular spot, they know where I'm at. Then if I get up from that spot and start moving, they can see I'm mobile because the GPS coordinate system coordinates have changed. As a result, they know where I'm at. They can also see how long I'm at that spot, including police. Absolutely. Now, the point being is that part of organized stalking, gang stalking techniques is to cause victimization, re-victimization, traumatization, re-traumatization, staged events. My bike is also locked up at an area that is about 30 feet away from where I'm going. And when I was using that spot over there to meditate, I then went for a walk, leaving the bike locked up, and they flattened the tires. They flattened one of the tires on a brand new bike. It wasn't even 5-6 days old. So we're going to see if there's anything wrong with my bike and or if it's stolen or the bike lock. The point being, if anybody approaches me, assaults me, if anybody approaches me and then goes to call the police, if anybody approaches me and any problems transpire, it will be directly connected to this organized stalking, gang stalking expedition. Now, organized stalking perpetrators and or the individuals they use, neighbors, RP workers, volunteers for RP, and I know you don't understand that. It's a code abbreviation that I developed for legal, strategic, and security purposes. Basically what I'm saying is I predict what these filthy red-ass animals are going to do and who they might use for the staged event. The staged events can be, when a staged event occurs, they can also stage a witness to be in the area close by, and that person can be used to call the police. Or they can stage an assault and have the assault be so bad in order to psychologically motivate the target to call the police. Now, the police can turn around and backtrack about how long and how many days your phone has been in the area. My name is Leslie Williams. I'm an organized stalking, gang stalking, target individual. Go to Google and YouTube and type in the police and gang stalking. Now, when you realize through your research pertaining to this description that there's at least hundreds of blogs all over the internet stating that the police are involved in gang stalking, and we all know if you do a thorough investigative research, like say if a woman is assaulted and even raped or robbed that area, the police also, who can be involved in gang stalking, can turn around and say, well, you were assaulted in this area. And since the perpetrator took off, we're going to scope the area and see if any cell phones were in the area, so we can maybe possibly identify the perpetrators who assaulted you. And then what they can do then is access the cell phone towers in the area, in the close by geographical areas that have cell phone towers, and there is a cell phone tower about a half a mile away. They can then use this to try and vector all cell phone calls and or cell phones that have been in the area. As a result, they can then find out how many times my cell phone has been in the area as well. They'll walk away and say we can't find anybody who had a cell phone signal that might have assaulted you, which we deduced through our investigation pertaining to the cell phone numbers that were ascertained. But we do notice that your cell phone has been in the area on multiple dates and times. What are you doing here, Leslie? Will be their statement. I've been exposing it all over the internet that not only the police are involved in gang stalking, but that cell phone tracking is involved in gang stalking. And I've also been exposing that police officers will use their employment descriptions and all of their related tools to be used against the target. Now, the location I'm at right now goes by a code abbreviation. Okay, and that code abbreviation has been tweeted about. Now, if anything happens concerning me, about me, around me, towards me, or against me as a result of me leaving this area to go there, okay, arriving at that area, getting what I need, and then coming back to this area, if anything happens, police called by anybody of any age, employment description, or excuse, it'll be gang stalking. If I am assaulted, it'll be gang stalking. If my bike is stolen or damaged, it'll be gang stalking. If anybody approaches me and not says a word, it'll be gang stalking, because the perpetrator, that's done for fear mongering that something might happen to me. But they won't say nothing because the perpetrators that put them in my physical presence know I wear a tape recorder. Yeah, now as far as bringing somebody up in my physical presence to just stand there and then walk away, okay, that's done to make me think, what's going to happen here? Am I going to get assaulted, robbed, raped? And I've already mentioned why they won't say anything, but it's also could be also done so they can I'll get back to the how that would anchor fear in a second, but another reason why they might be doing that is then to later use these people to say, I saw her at this location on multiple dates in case something occurs. Now, to how bringing a person in my physical presence for me to witness them there but not say nothing is done because in organized stalking, gang stalking expeditions, what they do through the tracking of the target is assault the target. And before, during, or after the assault, even days before the assault, they will even anchor fear in the target's mind that an assault's going to occur. Then when they bring about the assault, the individuals involved in the assault will engage in a specific physical gesture for the target to see in order to mentally send a target an implied message that this assault is actually occurring because of gang stalking, while they're dressing it up verbally to make it appear that it's happening because of another reason, including even blaming me for it by trying to say that, why are you taking a video picture of me, bitch, what's your problem, you crazy? Or getting them to act out like they're crazy, or that they're just neighborhood lowlife drug addicts or alcoholics or known neighborhood troublemakers or whatever. In other words, they try to paint it to appear that it's happening either because of my fault or because of any other excuse pertaining to what type of people they are. Anything but gang stalking is what I'm saying. They don't want to make it look like this event has got intentional purpose. And since they know I wear a tape recorder, which they do because cyber surveillance is a method of gang stalking, and I got YouTube videos all over the internet showing me uploading evidence from the tape recorder, they basically just tell them how to act verbally so the tape recorder doesn't pick up anything that's related to gang stalking while visually engaging in gang stalking physical gestures, so I'll mentally know that it's because of gang stalking. Yeah, and they basically will repeat what they sensitize you to, sensitization methods, okay? And they'll sensitize the target to everyday physical gestures that everyday people make. So even if I caught the physical gesture on a video camera, all they have to do is say the bitch is crazy. She thinks just because I put my hands to my face, my mouth, and my nose, or whatever, that I'm gang stalking her. These are the clever schemes of gang stalking. All right, I gotta go. I'm in San Diego, California. Go to YouTube and type in "Learning Disabled Woman Exposes Flat Out Evidence of Gang Stalking." And then go to YouTube and type in "Learning Disabled Woman Catches Gang Stalkers and Minions Sent to Harass, Read Comments." I gotta go. Let's see if anything happens towards me, concerning me, about me, around me, or against me. At this area I'm at right now for the next week, and the area that I'm going to get this other property, and including my bike as well. Thank you. Oh, and this means assault, arrest, tickets, LI, code abbreviation for security purposes. All right, I gotta go. I got stuff to do. Thanks for listening. This video applies, in fact, this video applies for the next 2 weeks. Thank you.